You just received the phone box and don't know where to start? Or maybe you are already operating but not sure if you're doing it in the most optimal way, or you're preparing to scale up to dozens or hundreds of boxes and need to know the points that others don't tell you. In this video, I will cover all three, from the first time opening the box to optimizing the running system to setting up a batch of hundreds of boxes. I'm Chuck Clean from Zenkmer. Let's start with step 1. The first step after receiving the goods is to ensure you have all the necessary components. Inside the box, there will be a phone box with 20 phone devices inside. Each one is a separate independent device unrelated to each other. Next is a 550-watt turbo power unit. This is very important, and you must use this specific power supply, not replace it with another, because the Boxphone needs enough power to run 20 boards stably, and the 4 cooling fans are optimally designed for this system to run 24/7 without overheating. Finally, there is a USB cable to connect to the computer and a power cable. Before plugging in the power, you need to check two things. First, each circuit board must be securely connected to the pins of the Boxphone. Gently press each circuit board to ensure none are loose. The looser circuit board will not receive signals, and that device will not be displayed on the screen for you to control. Secondly, check if the 550-watt power supply is securely plugged into the box. Do these two steps first, then proceed to plug in the power. For the control computer, you will need a minimum of 16 GB of RAM, and it is recommended to have 32 GB of RAM if you are running on a large scale, Windows 10 or 11 64-bit version, and particularly note that the default computer settings may limit the number of USB devices displayed if you set up many Boxphones and do not see enough devices displayed on the software. This could be the first cause to check. I will guide you on how to fix it in the next step. With 1 to 2 Boxphones, the setup is very simple and most stable through USB. The diagram will be like this. The power block plugs into the outlet. The USB cable connects the phone box to the control PC, accompanied by a GenRouter H3000 to distribute the network and proxy for the devices. Plug the power cord into the outlet slowly and straight. Plug the USB cable from the box into the USB 3.0 port on the computer first. The USB 3.0 port is the blue port, significantly faster and more stable than USB 2.0. Then press the power button on the phone box once. The LED will blink for about 30 to 60 seconds. It is booting up normally, and when it turns completely blue, the device is ready. Open the Zenkmer software, and here, 20 devices are displayed immediately. The Boxphone from Zenkmer has been fully installed and configured. You don't need to add drivers or install any additional applications for the device, just plug it in and use it right away. There is an important note I want to remind you of. If you open the Zenkmer software and do not see all the devices displayed, a very common reason is that Windows is limiting the number of USB devices that can connect to your computer. Please check and fix this part immediately. Along with the Boxphone, you can also consider the GenRouter H3000 to distribute the network and assign proxies or VPNs to each device. The GenRouter will connect to the internet modem via the WAN port, then broadcast Wi-Fi, and when you connect devices to the GenRouter's Wi-Fi, it will display on the GenRouter's management page, allowing you to manage and assign each proxy to each device in your Boxphone. With 1 to 2 Boxphones, 1 GenRouter is sufficient to handle the load and ensure stable proxies for all your devices. And the third step is to install the Zenkmer software on your control computer. Please access the link in the description to download the latest version, and Zenkmer will continuously update the software to be compatible with many platforms. The installation is very simple. After you finish installing, proceed to open Zenkmer and register an account. This will be the main management page of. And when you have connected the phone box, 20 devices will be displayed on the software, and it will include all features from controlling, synchronizing devices, running automation to scheduling. You can see me perform some actions on the screen right here. For free Boxphones or more, or features may see, I recommend you switch to connecting in OTG mode combined with a Mini PC. Why is that? Because each Mini PC can handle up to 200 devices, equivalent to about 10 Boxphones, and is more stable compared to using a gateway router that can only connect a maximum of 30 devices. And additionally, when scaling up, pay attention to network traffic as well as the power supply to ensure stable load balancing for all devices in the entire system. I will display the connection diagram between a large number of Boxphones, Mini PCs, control computers, and the network on the screen for you to view. After completing the physical connection steps, go to the ZPharma administration page. Find the OTG configuration section. Enter your network IP range here, and note that all your Boxphones must be connected to the same IP range as the Mini PC. Do not let any device be on a different IP range, otherwise the software will not be able to scan and it will not display on the screen. The method of connecting via OTG through a Mini PC is optimal for systems with 3 to 10 Boxphones, stable, easy to expand, and 1 Mini PC can manage a large number of devices. If you are more at this scale, then this setup is for you. If you are building a system with a larger number of Boxphones, in the next section I will have some special points that I have gathered from directly consulting for large facilities. In this section, I share from my experience of directly consulting for many facilities that have operated large Boxphone systems, including those with over 100 Boxphones. And there are a few points you might not know that will later make it very difficult to fix an already operating system. The first point is ventilation and cooling. The Boxphone is already designed with 4 optimized heat dissipation ports, which is very good. However, when you have dozens or hundreds of Boxphones placed close together, the overall room temperature increases significantly. Ensure the operating room has a good ventilation system, adequate air conditioning capacity, and do not stack the Boxphones completely closed off without air circulation. The second point is a stable power supply. With a large number of Boxphones, ensure that the power input is sufficient and stable. Power drops or voltage fluctuations affect the entire system at once. And third, most importantly, each computer should control a maximum of 10 box phones at once, which means 200 devices. This is the most stable threshold in practice. With this threshold, the software may lag and become unstable. With about 100 box phones, you will need at least 10 computers to control them. And the final point, if you have a rack server, mount the box phones on the rack. The rack not only saves space but also optimizes cooling much better than stacking them because air can circulate between the box phones. When the system needs maintenance, accessing each box phone on the rack is much easier compared to when the box phones are stacked. In summary, there are 3 setup levels corresponding to 3 scales. For 1 to 2 box phones, you should connect via USB and use the H3000 gateway router. For 3 to 10 box phones, connect through OTG mode using a Mini PC and switch. Each Mini PC can handle 200 devices. For over 100 box phones, you need both a rack and stable power ventilation, and each computer should control a maximum of 10 box phones. Know your level, set up correctly from the start. If you are unsure which scale is suitable for you or are experiencing technical issues during setup, contact the ZFormer team directly. The WhatsApp number and contact information are in the description, providing technical support and specific advice for your case. If you find it useful, please like and subscribe. In the next video in the series, I will delve deeper into the ZFormer software, all the automation features, and how to maximize the system. See you again.